I watched the episode. It's one of the worst episodes of South Park, not the worst. Remember when, I don't know how familiar you guys are with South Park, Scott Tenorman ate his parents?
Yeah.
Like, ate his parents. Cartman tricked his parents into being killed by a farmer, chopped their bodies up, and fed them to their own son. South Park was crazy. Now they did an episode where it's literally Donald Trump, and because they had Mr. Garrison as Trump, and there's no jokes. Now, to be fair, there are jokes, but they're not about Trump. It's just they show naked cartoon Trump, and everyone keeps saying he has a tiny penis. And then he goes, come on, I'm going to sue you, gang. Yeah, it's the same joke they made about Saddam.
Yeah.
They don't make any jokes about the administration, about Trump's policies. It's jokes from 15 years ago. Here's my bet. Colbert gets canceled because they were spending $50 million a year on anti-Trump commentary. But this straight-laced, goody-two-shoes BS does not work. They've been talking about how they need a liberal Joe Rogan forever. I'm willing to bet that these prominent liberal billionaires and corporate types were like, listen, why do people like Joe? Because he's edgy, he's off the cuff, he'll say things you're not allowed to say. How do we do this? Well, Colbert ain't it. Colbert is straight-laced and boring. It's on the nose. The South Park guys, $300 million per year they got in this deal.
Wow.
How does something like that happen? Here's my vision. They go to Matt and Trey and they say, we want you to go full-time South Park, mock Donald Trump, make him look bad. And they went, why? And they were like, we will pay you a lot of money. What's a lot of money? We will give you $30 million a year. We don't need $30 million a year. $50 million a year. Guys, we're rich. We don't need $50 million a year. Okay. $100 million a year. And like, honestly, what am I going to do with that? How about we give you $1.5 billion over 5 years? And then Matt and Trey were like, really? I imagine they were like, what do you want to do it? We want shock content that mocks Trump. I don't know, give me $1 billion. Done. And they gave him $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if that's actually what happened, but it seems pretty obvious. The only problem is they're phoning it in. They're phoning it in. Yeah. Here's my pitch. I would have laughed my ass off if the episode started with Trump being asked about the Epstein files, panicking and shuffling all the press out of the room and banning them, saying, you're banned, I'm going to sue you. And then runs to a bookshelf, pulls a book, the shelf opens up, he gets in an elevator, goes down to the basement, and there's Tulsi Gabbard, Rubio, and Trump trying to resurrect Mecca Epstein because they want to use the files and use the blackmail or something like that. Instead, Trump's banging Satan. That's it. There's no jokes about anything that's happening.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because I feel like Trump is doing enough to make a fool out of himself lately that Matt and Trey don't need to do any work on that front. And for 10 episodes a year at that, they scammed the shit out of it. What was it, Paramount?
Is that what it is? 10 episodes?
10 episodes a year.
I would take that check.
That is crazy.
I would take that check. I mean, I
Wild.
I didn't watch the episode, or I haven't watched the episode yet. The fact that it's just like redoing the Saddam bit is kind of like, you know, because they are generally like South Park has been really funny and really creative, and so like
It's kind of like how bands sell out.
I mean, maybe
they just lose that creative touch that they used to have for no explicable.
I mean, these guys have been doing it for now, what, 25 years or something?
Yeah.
You burn out.
Since 97.
90. Yeah. So, I mean,
330 episodes in the show. Last time I watched it, I was in middle school.
$30 million an episode.
Think about that. $30 million an episode, Tim. And that's all they could pull together. The real way to think about a joke is if you can take that joke about Trump's penis or this, that, and the other, and you can swap out Trump with any other person you want to mock.
Yeah.
And it even remotely makes sense. It can't be funny.
They did a great
that
job.
sketch that he just brought up, that sketch, that's a perfect sketch because it only would apply to Trump. You couldn't put anybody else in that sketch and it'd still be funny.
It's what they used to do.
Right, so they used to do.
They've had their moments in the past few years. They did a really good job making fun of Kathleen Kennedy at Lucasfilm.
Yep.
And it was kind of nice to see that they were willing to punch at both sides.
But this is, you're making a good point based on what you were saying, James, is that the joke only applied to Kathleen Kennedy.
Correct.
Cartman is sitting in a room and they're like, we want to do a movie about dogs. Make it gay, make it a chicken, make it gay.
Right.
And it's like, that's what she was doing. That's what she was doing. Having Trump just shake around a tiny wiener and try to bang Satan, it was literally just Saddam Hussein.
I think I was accused of that in 7th grade of having a tiny wiener and trying to bang Satan too, right? It wasn't funny then to me because it was so tired.
Great.
What the?
But no, but I mean, like, that is the insult that gets tossed around, right?
Yep.
Your mom is so fat, that kind of thing. It can't be funny because it's so cliched.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.